Bank City, Bank City. Supersized stature, you'll remember my frame. I'm fitting bitches for indentures, mispronouncing my name. Half of you weren't born when I came in the game. Tell your dad I said hi, but your mom's still a lame. All these plastic rapping bitches sucking dick to get fame, while I'm keeping it gangster in the city of rain. Sleazy, me nasty bitch all up in my bed. I'm like the queen up in this motherfucker, off with your head. You shady.
Hey, what's up, fam? It's your boy Mikey Fresh, and you're watching the Real Mikey Fresh Podcast. And today we have from the Emerald City of Seattle, our special guest, Queen Green, if I remember correctly from the album name, Mama D. Mm-hmm. Mama D, how you doing? Thanks for coming to this podcast.
Doing great. Thank you for having me, Mikey.
That's awesome. What's going on? How's life going? Doing good?
Life is going well, yeah.
Nice. I called you the Green Queen because that's the album that I was listening to. So Big Shrek sent me some stuff to check out before we came on.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, Off With Her Head. Pigeon Brain Bitch. That's awesome. That song had me rolling. Yeah, man, let's start with that one. Actually, with no naming names, we don't need to do that. But, man, was there anybody in mind when you wrote that song? Or?
My group mate, J-Cell, who's in Spoken Prophets with me,
okay,
went out on a date, and I asked him, hey, how'd the date go the other night? And he was like, oh, that pigeon brain bitch. And I was like, wait, hold up, what? And so I took that, and I was like, okay, that's really good. And then I heard my CEO tell somebody he was going to kick him in the puss and make him fart.
Nice.
I was like, yeah, I got to have that too. So, it was directed to somebody, and there are certain things I said in there that they will know as a personal reference.
Some Easter eggs.
It's kind of like a You're So Vain. You probably think the song is about you.
Uh-huh.
It's definitely about you if you think it is.
Nice. And then your new song, man, it's been going around a lot with the video Off With Your Head. Tell me about that one.
The Off With Your Head is, the first three words are that supersized stature.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big girl. You're gonna remember my frame. You can't mess up Mama D, or I'm taking your teeth. That's
yeah.
How I used to be, kind of more wild and I just kind of wanted to go with the West Coast thing on that. I just wanted to kind of tell people, that yes, I am lyrically able and capable, and you're gonna pay attention to all my words. That spot that we did the video at was actually I wanted to end my life years ago, and music saved me. Our videographer actually got arrested during that video shoot. He's out now and doing fine. We're going to do more work. That's our second video with him, my first solo video. I've been rapping since 1996.
Like, the first things that came to mind was 1980s, like, almost reminds me of, like, Curtis Blow, right, back in the day, or some Run DMC type stuff, right? Just with the way your words, like you do the inflection on your words, you kind of start out low and then you get that high and then you come back down, and the cadence for sure. And then, but it's to a, more modern style hip hop beat, right? And I'm like, man, this is like really refreshing, because a lot of music can start sounding the same, with different artists, and especially in the production when people use a lot of voice pitch correction and stuff like that, and then the beats kind of start sounding the same too. So yeah, it was really cool to hear. Is that something you developed over time, or is that just kind of how you just naturally started rapping? Or
started rapping, watching other rappers while I was pushing record. I always want people to know what I'm saying. I'm very serious about them understanding my words. I also am a lover of all music. So
mm-hmm.
Cadence is a really fun thing for me, because of like some country music sounds kind of like rap to me from the 80s. Country music, if you really go back through and you look at people like Tanya Tucker and stuff like that, and there's just a couple of people who really spit like that, so I want to pull from that. I come from a folk background, a country background, a rock and roll background, and a rap. Like, I'm totally Northwest, just like our people is, and our music and our food is just a little bit jumbled up all. But I really have a good time with my cadence. I love jump and roll. But any beat you give me, I will attack and handle.
If you look at Eminem, right, just an example, I mean, most people would say he's the GOAT, right? And his style of, you know, rap and wordplay, like songs that don't even rhyme together, right? He makes them rhyme because of the way he can say them. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I think I might be wrong, because so I was trying to look you up, and there's a few different Mama D's around the country, right? And but one of the things that I found was I think it was Mama D from Seattle, and it's like, yeah, she was an artist, right? Like painting and stuff. Are you an artist? Is that you? Oh, okay. Oh, good. Yeah. Tell me about that. Yeah, I was really interested.
Take garbage and turn it into art. So what you would throw away, I could turn it into something.
Okay.
I like to go, like with my daughter, we'll go to garage sales. We'll take anything that's free, like frames, take the picture out of it and paint on it, resell it or trade it. I like to make things out of cardboard. I made for my old roommate, I made her a fireplace for Santa Claus. I made it, you know, just whatever I see, I can take something and turn it into something. I love to paint. I love to color, all of it. I love all art. I love to cook. I went to culinary art school for that. So
nice.
A little bit of everything.
She got skills.
All around artist, yeah.
Yeah. So how'd you get into the art thing? Did you go to school, or is it just something you just enjoyed doing? And
it was, I had a lonely childhood, so that was my thing to do. I didn't have brothers and sisters. Didn't have a lot of friends until I was an adult. And so I wanted to have some kind of outlet, and that's where it was. Yeah,
just creativity. And then you turned it into music. Do you ever go to like swap meets or anything like that and sell your stuff too?
I go to it's called Barter Fair. It's
okay. Tenasket.
Yeah, it's before Alaska though. It's here in Washington.
No, Tenasket. Yeah.
You already know.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, I go there and do some trading and have some fun, camp out.
Yeah.
Some swap meets, things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. That's cool. Where'd you go to culinary art school at? And
Online community college, but before that, I went to, it was called OSC. Occupational Skills Center by SeaTac Airport.
Is that something you still do, like, or have you been a chef anywhere?
Just family.
No,
family
just
and friends.
Just learn how to cook at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool though. I bet you got some good food. I bet they're happy.
Yeah, they are. And my friends, yeah.
Yeah.
Shrek will tell you I can cook.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Speaking of Big Shrek, Northwest with Big Shrek. Check that song out too. That one was dope. Can you tell me anything about that track?
Well, people are always saying, Shrek, he's like, no, I don't rap, but I try to trick him somehow to be more involved than just there watching or standing over there. And, so I'm like, oh man, you would sound really good on here, if you could just get in there and in the Northwest for me, and so to have my CEO take that time to go in the booth and add to that. But everything on there, if you're from Washington, you should know about most of that stuff that I talk about on there. Losing the Sonics, if you're from here, you understand that. I'm saying I'm a Seahawk girl, win or lose. Luckily this year, you know what I'm saying? We can play the Northwest because we're doing good, So I talked him into it, and he did it. I have him on 2 different songs saying something now.
Nice. Yeah, I invited him onto the podcast too a while back, and he's like, "No, you should." He says you should reach out to Mama D, right? And I'm like, okay, well, yeah. That was probably a couple months ago now, but so he was like, oh, you should reach out to Mama D, right? And so I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna check Mama D out, and that's when I started kind of looking into you, and then the Off With Her Head video came up. I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool. And then Big T from Toxic Leaf, yes, he told me about you, and he's like, yeah, you should definitely get her on, he's so I'm like, all right, so you got some people to vouch for you too. And I was like, all right, I guess I have to do it now. Yeah. And then after the last podcast I did with Henny Z, Big Shrek reached out again to me and get you on the podcast. And then
2 different songs with Hen. I think I have 2 different songs with Hen coming out.
Oh, okay, good. Is that going to be so?
I try to be approachable by everybody, you know what I'm saying? I don't just go to my own shows. I go to other people's shows as well, you know?
Yeah.
And something that they always say about Seattle artists, oh, this is why nobody ever goes anywhere, because everybody's hating and all this stuff. Like, if the best way to get somewhere is to act a certain way, you know what I'm saying? And if you're approachable and friendly and know how to act and don't wow out, you know what I'm saying? There's no reason we can't all get along and push each other, you know what I'm saying? And if they're not ready for it, if a person doesn't want to work with me because I'm older or I have an older style or whatever the reason is, a bigger girl or girl, whatever, that's okay. There is somebody who will work with me, you know what I'm saying? And speaking of that, I have people that I am working with, just like your last interview. Yeah,
that's cool. Is that going to be on her album? She said she has an album coming out in like 2 weeks. Or no. Is that going to be on yours?
I'm going to have her on my second. I'm going to have her on my second album. I'm in the process of writing that album right now.
Okay.
I have about 7 songs done. It's a 2-part album. It's 7 songs and then 7 more. So I'll have the first half of it is going to be all male features, and that's going to be called Lost Child. That's about me running away and my youth and my wild times, you know what I'm saying? My street stuff, how I built my street name way before music. And then I have the second half of it, which is The Better Woman, kind of what I developed now, and that's going to have all the women features on it, and so she's definitely going to be on A Better Woman. And then I think he has her doing a remix of one of my songs off of Queen Green.
Sounds like we'll be able to get to grow with Mama D, right, from the beginning.
Yes.
Into who you are today. That's a good concept, really.
Still can be wild, but nothing like I used to be.
Yeah, well, we start, hopefully, if things go kind of naturally, right, we start to grow and mature a little bit as we get older. We have some life experience and see a few things, make a few mistakes, right, and can hopefully come out better on the other side because of it.
Yeah. I have a story, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate with a lot of the stuff I have to say. Mm-hmm. So I try to put that in words for people.
Yeah, you were talking about that, about the location where you recorded the video. Well, that was for Off With Your Head, right?
That's right.
Yeah. There. Is that something you'd want to share about on here? Yeah.
I'm currently going through a divorce, and when you're with somebody for a long time, like 20 years or longer, that becomes your identity. So now I have to find myself. And I thought, if I can't succeed in this marriage, you know what I'm saying, that must be just it for me. If I can't succeed with this parenting because of the stressful situations I was going through, this must be it for me. So I found the perfect spot to do it. But then meeting Shrek and having those plans, and then him saying, I used to, push music. And I was like, I used to rap. And he was like, well, let's see. And throwing me a couple of beats and then making something that teaching me to fall in love with myself again. I have a lot of that to put into my music. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
people, we have shitty days, but we still got to get up and try again.
For sure. And it's powerful too. And when you can heal, you can also help other people heal too, because you got a short story to share. When people have something like that in common, there's some unity there, and it makes people feel like, they're not alone. My personal story, I'm an alcoholic, right? I'm in recovery. I just got home from a meeting like 2 hours ago before we started this podcast. Okay. Yeah. So that's something that I openly talk about and share, and I do it hopefully to give somebody else some hope, right? And not only that, but
one person.
Yeah, and it helps me too, and to, especially if I can see somebody make that decision to be like, you know what, maybe I can get sober, maybe I can go to treatment, and it's not the end of the world, because that's usually a big one is, oh, God, I got so much stuff, life's just going to stop, right, because I do 30 days in a treatment center. I always tell people, hey, it'll be back there waiting for you when you get back, don't worry, but hopefully you'll be a little more able to deal with the situations that you're in. Right. You know, and the mental health thing, too, depressions, man, it's tough. It's a real thing, especially like you were talking about you go through a divorce. We start questioning ourselves, right? Like, wow, am I good enough? Or, you know, am I a good parent? And how come I'm not a good enough wife or a husband? Or it's struggles that we all, I think, go through, or a lot of us go through. So it's good. Yeah, I'm happy you shared that with us.
Well,
sure.
Because it's not all, shiny cars and floating money flying everywhere and all that stuff. It's not all that. It's real life shit. Struggling artists, you know what I'm saying? We're going to go ahead and put this out there, and hopefully somebody can hang on to that, you know what I'm saying? Or go, geez, thanks for laughing, making me laugh, talking about peeing outside or exactly. My lyrics, you know?
Have you ever had anybody, like, tell you, like, man, I heard this song that you wrote, that you did. I heard it, and man, that helped me out a lot. You know, with anything they were struggling with,
yet.
Or not yet. No,
not yet. But I do know they like Pigeon Brain. I do know that's a hot one.
Yeah,
I do know they get that.
I've had it happen. It's really cool. I'm not trying to like toot my own horn, but I've had it happen before with a song I wrote called My Experience.
That's cool.
And I'm just like, wow, really?
I will be there.
Yeah, for sure. I believe it. Definitely.
I really felt accomplished making it to 1,200 plays in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I think that's for my first solo video ever. You know,
that's good. Yeah, for sure.
I was really proud of that accomplishment.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get you a few more. I'll put some links in the description. Everybody, click down below. Links for Mama D.
Click for me, Mama D.
Down below.
Off with her head.
Off with her head, yeah. Or is it Bank City Music or Bank City Production?
Bank City Records.
Records, okay. There it is. Nice. Tell me about those guys.
My background, but it was backwards.
Oh yeah, it should show up. It should show up right on the camera. Yeah. That's all right. Tell me about Bank City Records.
That's all Shrek. That's Shrek is Bank City Records, and then like I said, he was telling me he was a producer. You know, he likes to push music, and I told him I'd like to make it. We started off with 2 songs, ended up with 12, and then he met my son, and I knew his nephew, and then so I had a solo career with them, and we developed a group, Spoken Prophets, that has my son in there, and Jay Sell. Okay. We all worked together, and then Jay Sell's going to do a solo album. My son, Michael the Ark, is going to do a solo album, and then I'll be working on mine again.
Okay, nice.
But yes. That's why they work on their solo albums, and before we do another Spoken Prophets album, we're going to continue to drop more videos.
Okay.
And that's Julian Glover. I wanted to give him a shout out for my video. Julian Glover, he's amazing.
Julian Glover? Nice.
Julian Glover,
yeah.
Like a glove?
Yeah. Yep. When I talked to Shrek, he wanted me to get the 3 of you on. Yeah. And I said, hey, how about, because I was like, Mama D's got the one album, her solo thing going on, and they told me you have a solo album that you're working on. And so I said, well, how about we get her on first, and then in a couple weeks we'll get the 3 of you on, we'll make this 2, right? Okay. And so that's the plan. As long as you're down with it and the rest of you guys are down.
I would love to bring them on. I think I like them. They're great guys.
Then we all get some more content out of it too. That was my kind of thought process.
Yeah, that's a good time.
Process of it too, you know. Let's see.
You listen to some of our music too. If you like my stuff, you're gonna like our stuff.
Yeah, I'll definitely go back. Yeah, you guys are really good. And I've listened to. I think there was one with a Mario Bar feature on there that I listened to. Ooh. And I'm trying to remember the name of it. Was it?
Oh my God,
Say It With Your Chest?
I'm not gonna look at my phone. They're gonna be so mad at me not knowing what song it is too. We have a few people on there. We got Marvelous on there on Runaway.
Runaway. Oh, yeah, I remember. I listened to that one, too. At first, I was thinking of the Kanye West Runaway song. I'm like, oh, I wonder if this is a redo version of that, or... Definitely wasn't.
Nope.
Definitely wasn't.
Nope.
Yeah, Say It With Your Chest. That was the Mario Bar one.
Woke up late, damn near afternoon. We're hungry to eat it up and consume. Ravages, some say we're savages. So geez, smoking cabbages. We split them, then hit them. Switch to sleep in my eyes. Light burn, puffery tearing. We need no disguise. Oh, that one?
Yeah.
You could tell by the... Yes, I love that song. Can you tell?
Yeah, Mama D. Tell me how you got the name Mama D.
How did I get the name Mama D?
How long have you been Mama D?
How long have I been Mama D? I've been Mama D. I had my first child in 1992.
Okay.
So, well, for a while there, I was D-Love. D-L-O-V-E.
Uh-huh.
For a while, and it just didn't kind of stick. So the D comes from Daphne, Bad Girl Daff.
Bad Girl Daff. That's the one I was thinking of, yeah. Okay.
And that's because I'm a Gemini, so I'm dual.
Sure.
And so there's the nice side of me and then the crazy side of me, so that's the Bad Girl Daff. But I also have another nickname, MC Thumper, and that's because I can thump on these beats, and beats are thumping, and I'm just catch that beat. But Mama D really came from, I just always took people in and took care of everybody. I have godchildren and many children. I have 3 of my own, 3-step, and I actually have 5 grandchildren. So
nice.
That's just kind of just went with it, Mama D. Wasn't giving it up when I seen the others either. I'm M-A-M-A-D.
Yeah.
No E-E, just Mama D.
Right, no double M.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's funny how that works. As parents, you start taking in all your kids as friends, too, and then you become mama or, to the neighborhood.
Yeah.
My mom was the same way when we were growing up.
Oh, yeah, man. I love children.
Yeah. So let's see. You said you started rapping in 96?
Yes.
Did you have any groups? Were you in any groups prior to Smoking Profits and Bank City Records? Or?
I was with a group called the Luxury Team. Before that, in 96, I was with he's passed away now. He just passed away in the last couple of years. His name was Enriquez Spears, and he was called The Man Unknown. And his company was Eclectic Records.
Eclectic Records?
That's who I started with, and he was the guy that I was dating, who I did end up marrying later on, was his best friend, and he was a battle rapper, and him and Enriquez would be together, and then I toyed around with wanting to go in the studio with them, and then he was like, Mama D, just come write a song, and so I went in there with a girlfriend of mine. It's me and another girl, so it wasn't a whole bunch of guys around and all this pressure, and we wrote some really fun stuff. We had a good time.
Nice.
And so I did it off and on. I never battle rapped or none of that kind of stuff, but I will put something on in the recording studio.
Right. Do you freestyle?
No.
Me neither. That's kind of how I started back when I was 15, I think. Right. And I was never any good at it. My brain just doesn't work that fast.
Sometimes drunk me thinks that she can.
Right. That was the thing. So me, let's see, myself and Big T from Toxic Leaf, we've been best friends since 1998 or something when we first met. And we'd go to parties, right? Get all fucked up and start freestyling. I don't know, people thought it was cool, It was,
Don't do it.
And they're like, yeah, and people are like, man, you guys should be a group and figure out how to record, whatever. And we're just like, whatever. But yeah, we used to sit and I had this old Ford Tempo back in the day, and I had a 2 short cassette tape, right? And it had one track that had probably a minute of just instrumental. And we played that thing to death until it didn't work anymore, just freestyling over and over. You know, this was like whatever music we could get our hands on. We didn't have any, you know, there wasn't like FL Studios or Pro Tools or anything like that really back then. At least not that we were aware of.
Right.
And so that's how we did it. And then I think we got a copy or pirated some instrumental beats off of like LimeWire or whatever, Napster or whatever back in the day, right?
Gosh.
Yeah. and we recorded those to a cassette tape.
SoundCloud, we would get them off SoundCloud.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like our first album, right? We thought we were rock stars. We recorded a couple songs that we had wrote on this broken karaoke machine. You had to like jam the knife in there to hold the tape in one side and like tape the button down on the other side so it'd stay on the record and all this, right?
Epic.
And you only had one take, right? There was no
take, Jake. Right.
Yeah, that's kind of how we got started. But yeah, it all started from this freestyle. But man, I've never been a freestyle artist either. Man, there's some good ones out there though.
I don't want to ever just humiliate myself. I'm definitely, if I want to release something, being female and being Caucasian, I want to make sure that it represents for us females. You know what I'm saying? I want to show, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to embarrass anybody I work with. Nobody's going to talk shit about me. Anything they're going to say about me, I already know. If you're going to call me big, I already know I'm big. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to say, you know, I'm not the cutest, okay, well, cool. I never claimed to be, you know what I'm saying? But
right.
I never want to fall short or embarrass. And then now I'm also part of a group, and I really don't want to embarrass them. I want them to always come with product that's going to make them proud. When I perform, I do 150%. You're going to get the bang for your buck. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have a good time. And like I said before, I'm very approachable. Yeah. Yeah, freestyling,
Yeah.
I do privately.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Like when you're trying to write, you know, you might freestyle something and then write it down. Yeah. Have you ever tried to or heard of like doing drop-in vocals? Have you ever heard any? So like
punch-ins?
Like punch-ins, yeah.
Punch-ins? No. Nope. I never did a punch-in.
Yeah.
I have done a freestyle when I was with the luxury team. So there is music out there that I did freestyle at the time. Now I just won't do that. I'm not as sharp, and then I don't want to play with it like that. Right. I love a dictionary, and I love a thesaurus. I love finding other words that can replace the B word or the, or, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say the same thing over and over again. So I love playing with, you know, dictionaries and stuff like that. So you just can't do that freestyling. I mean, you can whip through it and try to go with each word you find, but I have too much fun with the writing part of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And it's, having a strong vocabulary. It makes you a better writer, makes you a better artist. I mean, I think, personally. Yeah. Yeah, the punch-in thing is kind of like, you kind of getting away with freestyling, right? But you're only writing one.
To record if you have time and money for that kind of stuff. But if you're not doing it in your kitchen, you know what I'm saying? And or you're hiring somebody, or you got to go to a studio.
If you're paying by the hour, good luck. Yeah.
It's too much of a risk.
Right.
But when we blow up and we have access where it's downstairs in my basement, I might go play around with a punch-in or a freestyle and take some of that out. But nah, that's not really me. Yeah, I've done it before. But I have the luxury of having my own recording studio, so I have the time and because I could definitely see it getting really expensive. But I would just think of like I don't know for sure Killer Mike does it. I'm pretty positive. Like Big X the Plug. If you listen to his music, you can tell he's doing it. But I don't know. It's an interesting concept, and it's kind of a new way of recording raps. You know, I have not made it all the way through my 16 though, and had to stop and then come back in. because I couldn't get through something if I flipped the words too fast, or if I something there and I'd be like, oh, I didn't make it through it that one time. Because I am like you. We have one time to do this shit, get her done. You know?
Yeah.
And so that's a big difference recording nowadays compared to recording in the past. So is that when I just couldn't get to that, I was like, oh, it was emotional or whatever it was for me. Because there are different kinds of songs on my album. So I might like be, that's just too hard for me to get through. And he'll be like, okay, look, we're going to do this first, like, 10, and then you're going to do 6. You know? Like, we have had to do that.
Right. And that's the nice thing about the way recording is today, too, because you can chop out just, you know, a bar and then go back and just record that.
Yeah.
And it sounds like there was no editing involved, right? It just sounds like you just spit the whole thing. I do that, man. I do it usually if I'm doing a 16 bar verse, like, depending on how I'm trying to rap, right, I'll do it in 8. I'll split it in half.
So you get
oh yeah, absolutely.
Or
don't tell nobody. Nobody in the industry knows. No fans know this secret. Yeah. Insider secrets right here. This is insider hip hop trade secrets on the Real Mikey Fresh Podcast channel. If you want to know how we're all cheating the game, tune into this one. All your favorite rappers are not as good as you think they are.
Flawless. Flawless.
No, it's funny though, because you do hear guys, you know, like Jay-Z, right, is I guess legendary for going in and not even writing anything, just going in, and he knows his verse, right, but it's just in his head. He doesn't write it down. I think Lil Wayne's kind of the same way.
I was gonna say that. Did you watch the special with him?
Lil Wayne?
And watch him actually do it in his hotel room with a little tiny machine and a boom, boom, boom.
Oh, what's that? What is it?
When we're not on here, I'm going to find it. And
okay.
I'll send it to you. But it shows him, like, in action. It's a Lil Wayne special, but there's a part on there where he's in his hotel and actually...
His actual process.
And just dropping that stuff, man. And he doesn't have to write it down either. It's all here.
Yeah.
I write.
Especially for as much as those guys smoke and him, right? Drinking codeine and all that shit.
Right.
You can still remember that? I can't, I can't remember the first line, especially once I'm done writing the last line. I don't remember what the first one is.
Right. I have to go through my stuff over and over and over.
Yeah, next thing you know, my verse is going all over the place. You got like 14 songs going in this one verse. What's going on here?
You could have went anywhere with it.
Yeah. No, that's rad. No, that's cool. I'd like to see that. That's something like you talked about with the lyricists and the lyricism and like the thesauruses and getting in the dictionary and trying to not repeat the same words or use the same thing. The technical side of writing like that too, I'm really into, and like all of it, the especially the writing and then like the production. And we talked about like our cadence in our raps and how, you know, all that stuff. It's like, to me in my head, it's like scientific, right? I almost see like beakers boiling, and you know when I think about it. Yeah.
So, like, our bank robbery song that we did is called Oceans 4. I'll probably talk about this more when I'm here with Spoken Prophets. But, like, my bank robbery song, Jay Sell and I sat together when we wrote that song. Well, actually, all three of us were sat together when we wrote that song. And so with him, I just threw out, like, okay, first thing I'm going to do is, like, when you think of, like, robbing banks. So then I didn't have a thesaurus, so I used my phone because it was just me and him at Shrek's house sitting at the table. And Michael the Ark, and he's over there writing the chorus or whatever. And then so I just wrote down all the things having to do with the bank, having to do with the robbery, having to do with the heist. And if you listen to that song, when we come on, if you listen to Oceans 4 before we come on there, you can kind of see where we matches up, talking about a vault and talking about funny bills and dummy money and stuff like that. Really had a good time writing that song with him, but we had a good time with the thesaurus, the dictionary, what keywords for heist, watching the news about bank robberies and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, right.
really good time to
doing your research, right? You want to research. You got a concept of a song. You want to research, do your homework on it, right?
Yeah.
Or you can go in there and say a bunch of shit and you don't have any that you don't know what you're talking about and it doesn't make sense.
My mother worked for the bank for 26 years.
There you go.
Instead of being a rapper, I would have been a bank robber, but
that's funny when you were saying that. I was gonna say it's not from personal experience, is it?
It is in a way.
Yeah.
But no, never.
Mama D's mama worked at a bank. She never tried to rob a bank.
Never
Allegedly.
So I'll be a rapper.
Yeah.
I'll be a lyricist.
Right. Do you ever try to use AI to help write?
No.
No.
No, not interested.
Yeah.
Me personally, that's not my shtick or my gig. But younger people or maybe people older, I don't know, are into that really.
Mm-hmm.
But like my son has shown me Suno and stuff like that. And like, look, Mom, if you can put in any words and pick any styles and stuff like that. But that's what we already do without the artificial part of it. I like the intelligence part of it, where because I didn't graduate from high school and because I'm not some scholar and some well-spoken person, doesn't mean that I can't come up with something that nobody else can come up with. Right.
For sure, yeah.
I don't want to be in their algorithm, and I don't want to be. It's a beautiful tool, I guess, for some people.
Mm-hmm.
I am not interested.
Yeah, I'll do it once in a while. I'll admit it, right? You can call me a fake rapper, right?
I don't think you're.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying you. You people you guys out there, and no. I mean, I'm not like plagiarizing anything, right? But sometimes you get stuck, right? And you're just like, to me, it's like having somebody else sitting in the room with you sometimes to help you write.
It is. It's definitely a tool, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But I've seen people who do that. I think anything that I record, I should be able to perform.
Mm-hmm.
And I should sound like what I sound like.
Yeah.
And that's really my main reason of doing it. Whatever I record, I want to learn it so well that nobody else can do that but me.
Yeah.
And then so if I give it to a robot or through a program, there's this, it's almost religious to me. But if that's what you do that. Or like I said, my son was like, check out this cool thing, teach me when I want to do my ups and downs. And I'm like, cool, that's cool for you. Thank you for sharing it with me. But there's nothing like a pad, a paper, a dictionary, and thesaurus.
Right.
That might be my next album.
There you go.
After this.
Coming up with concepts.
Thesaurus and dictionary.
Yeah, for sure. That's cool. No, and respect for that, for sure. Because I think, like you said, I think a lot of people, especially younger people, might be, I don't know for sure, but I feel like that's kind of what they do, right? Especially in beats, right, too. I mean, as far as getting a beat, you don't really need a producer. You still need a good engineer to make your shit sound good, right? But, I mean, you can go to Suno or whatever and type in what kind of beat you want, and you're just like, oh, it's amazing, right? It's just as good as anything you're going to get from Dre or Timberland or DJ Khaled or whatever. But the writing definitely is still an art. Yeah, and like I said, I wouldn't plagiarize it at all, but I definitely have used it just to help me get over a hump.
I know. I have a really good friend who actually, that is her shtick, is the AI.
Mm-hmm.
And she was not a rapper or a singer before that. But she's in the digital content. And told her friend, she was like, you know what, I just thought, or she was actually being interviewed, I believe, and was like, you know what, I think I just want to try this, and tried it, and really does really well with it. You know what I'm saying? But that, like I said, that's her thing. I don't knock her for that. You get your coins, girl.
Exactly, yeah. Not going to knock anybody's hustle.
No.
For sure.
But like I said, it's a me personal choice. It's just like anything else, though, like voting or human rights or or not human rights or whatever, you know, everybody has their personal opinion about the weapons, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But, like, you know, I don't care if people got guns. I personally am not going to carry that gun, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know I may use that bitch, you know what I'm saying? You sure you want Mama D with a gun, or?
Yeah, I don't carry a gun for your protection.
For you?
Yeah. Oh, fuck, for real, man. Yeah. Especially when I'm driving. I'm fucking popping off on I-5 everywhere.
Oh, man, I-5 ain't no joke.
Jeez. Oh, my God.
I-5
You get in,
really know how to drive out here, y'all.
You get downtown. You know what's bad? So I'm up north, right? And it's fucking Bellingham. Honestly, I think I'd rather drive I-5 in downtown traffic at 5 o'clock in the afternoon than Bellingham.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Where it's 2 lanes?
2 lanes. The stupid on-ramps are about 20 feet long. Like, the on-ramps are so short, you can only, you know, unless you got a Ferrari, you can only get up to about 40 miles an hour. Everybody else is doing 70 or 80, right? And they're trying to get in. And, you know, and then you get a lot of the, like, you know, the tractor trailer semi-trucks coming down from Canada. And those guys, you get questionable if they actually have a CDL or not. Yeah, this is like mayhem.
If they're awake or not.
Oh, or too awake.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Facts.
Facts, man. And it's, but either way, traffic sucks in Washington. You'd
think we would know how to drive.
Yeah. Our traffic sucks. Our gas price is too high. Goddamn taxes.
Oh, and the construction, all of it.
Construction,
Washington's amazing. Come and visit, guys. It never rains here.
Yeah, right.
It never rains here.
Yeah. Oh, don't forget about the Seattle Freeze everybody talks about. The people just hate everybody.
I have my next album called Seattle Freeze.
Do you really? About the people?
Yep.
Yeah.
2 months and done. You hang up, no, you hang up, no, you hang up. Seattle Freeze. My daughter gave me that idea. She said, you got to say something about these people.
Yeah, especially in the city, people are kind of weird. Like, I don't know, I guess being from the country, right, I guess it's country hospitality, you know, you can say hello to somebody you don't know, and they're like, oh, hey, how you doing, right? I don't get that feeling when I'm in Seattle. Walking on the street. Or
when you, like, walk by and you're like, hi, and they don't say nothing.
Exactly, yeah.
And you're like, okay, well, maybe not.
Uh-huh. And that's what a lot of people talk about. Mm-hmm. And apparently they have...
We went on 5 dates. What happened? You
know? Apparently we got a reputation. Yeah, who it is?
Seattle Freeze. I love it.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. It's a really nice state. No.
Right.
No.
Yeah, sure.
It's
beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's make up, guys.
And actually, bringing that up, actually, because you said you lived in Seattle like your whole life or the area.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was born in Caldwell, Idaho. And then we lived in Yakima. We moved here when I was 1 to Washington State.
Okay.
So I lived all over Washington State, all over.
Yeah, and I was wondering, like what kind of changes have you seen, like in people and over the years since you've been here, or over your life?
Downtown Seattle was amazing before the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Downtown Seattle used to be a hustle and a bustle and a great time. The Torchlight Parade was a great time. Me and my parents would go down there in a U-Haul, and we were the people with the furniture that was sitting out there that would make the news and stuff like that. Never were there gunshots until I started having kids. And then there started to be, like, gunshots during the Torchlight Parade. And now it looks like a ghost land downtown Seattle at times. It's, I took Leilanda down there, my granddaughter, to get her ears pierced. And because I wanted to make a core memory with her, so I took her to Westlake Center, and we took the monorail, and it just wasn't the same.
Yeah.
We wanted to go up the Space Needle, and it cost $44.99 for a child and $49.99 for an adult. just wasn't even feasible like it used to be. I used to go down there and play, and they had the carnival underneath the
under the space,
stuff like that. All that is gone now. Now it's just a play area.
Dang, when did they take that out?
Prices are out of control. And then the prices were ridiculous. If I went and took her to get her ears pierced, I would have took her up the Space Needle. But for $100 and something up the Space Needle, like, wow, for two people.
Right.
It's sad. You have to tell the kid, I can't afford that. They're just like, well, it's just, riding the elevator or whatever. But when I was a kid, it was $7.
Yeah.
It wasn't $50. I was like, I'm sorry, baby, And there really isn't much to do like there used to.
It's a shame, too, because attractions like that should be affordable for people to do, And it's like, man, that's just like, what are you doing? You're just trying to price everybody away from your town, or?
Right, that is some scary stuff. Like, I didn't even want to go check the price of the big wheel.
Right.
Like, well, we're just going to play some toys, get our ears pierced, and take our asses home.
Right.
Because the was affordable, the buses are affordable, all that stuff, but I would hate to have looked into it. I was really kind of ashamed of my Seattle that people can't afford to just go ride the Space Needle.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason. I mean, that might be reasonable for some people at this day and age, but it didn't make sense to me. And you were talking about the change. This is so different.
Yeah.
The drugs now in Seattle is terrible. The homelessness in Seattle is terrible. And a lot of people's attitudes, you know what I'm saying? When it's not summertime, like you were saying, you can't catch a smile. It used to be a lot friendlier here. It's a lot more dangerous now.
Yeah, honestly.
Really overcrowded.
Honestly, that's like the last time. It's been like a little over a year, I think, since the last time I went and hung out downtown Seattle. And that was my impression, was just like, man, this place is like dirty. I feel like I'm going to get robbed by somebody because, because they look like they could use whatever I had in my pocket, right? And I'm not like knocking homelessness or anything like that, but it's pretty unattractive for people, and it's a shame.
They put it on the news that they're not going to stop people from doing criminals. They're not going to stop people from running out of the stores and stuff. And then they ask why there's no stores now. Well, because you're not going to stop them. The laws and all that, all that stuff, that politics of it all are just, too much.
And that's facts, man. And if your shit's not getting stolen out of your store, right, they're going to tax you out of your store.
Exactly.
Down there. And
and there's enough housing
for the problems that they're not fixing.
Yeah, there's enough housing in America to house everybody, so there's no excuse for all that. You know what I'm saying? It's all a money thing and a control thing. It's really sad, but it's a beautiful place to live. Any way you turn, you can take a photo. We have great little towns here. You know what I'm saying? But if going to Seattle, I would go to somewhere around Seattle, Mm-hmm. Unless you're ready to pay, pay to play.
Right, for sure.
It's a ghost town.
Yeah, and I went to Portland here a while back, too, and I was like, man, it's kind of the same thing down there, too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sister cities. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know you guys' mayor down there. She's definitely doing something. She's definitely got elected. That's all I can say.
Got elected.
Yeah.
I'm just here so I don't get fined,
Yeah, right. Yeah, there are some cool places. Like I said, it is a beautiful city, and the whole state really is. Man, there's so much here. That's one thing that keeps me here, right, is like, I can drive where I'm at. I can drive for an hour and I'm on the coast, right? And you got the Puget Sound. I go the other, head east in a couple hours and I'm like in the desert, right? And like, cool shit there, Head south, you can go find forests, right? Or I mean, you have everything here. Yeah, and man, but you don't want to leave, but it's like, man, it's getting real hard to afford to live here.
Yeah, a lot of my family moved to Arizona.
Yeah.
And I don't do it. My uncle invited me down, and I told him as soon as you get about 3 more mountains, about 7 more lakes, I'll come see you.
Yeah. Yeah, Arizona would be cool. I was looking at Texas a little bit. Like, I could see myself in Texas.
Ugh. Why?
The summer times would be brutal. That's the only thing, but I think Texas is cool.
Brutal, dude.
Yeah.
I think their state flower is dirt, ain't it?
Dirt, yeah, probably. Chaps.
What is the thing that blows in the wind?
No, the tumbleweed. Yeah, tumbleweeds. Yeah.
I think that's their state flower. It's the tumbleweed.
Beautiful Texas tumbleweed. No, actually, there's some cool music stuff down there if you get in. Well, like Austin, it's still pretty liberal in Austin, right? And it's the one pretty liberal spot.
Yeah.
Not that that's what I'm necessarily looking for, but it's not extreme right wing, either.
Right.
But there's like a lot of like entertainment is blowing up down there with music and comedy and and stuff like that. And
is weed legal in Texas?
I don't think so.
I think it's still criminalized as well.
I think it's still I'd have to look into that one.
Mama D ain't moving to Texas, y'all.
Yeah. I don't smoke weed anymore, so I.
But if you ever want us to visit.
Yeah, for sure. No, actually, I got a couple friends, though, that they have places on, like, Lake Havasu down in Arizona, right? And so they go down there for the summertime, or wintertime, I guess, and come back here for this.
Has a place on the lake, too.
Like, man, that'd be cool.
The lake, see?
The lake.
If we said the lake.
Yeah. Which one?
I'm in Everett, and you're in Bellingham. There's a good 30 between us.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We're
definitely.
Not the lake or the mountain.
The mountain, the one mountain. Uh-huh.
I'll meet you at the mountain.
Uh-huh. That was the one.
Lake Havasu.
When I was in Texas, right? That was like, I remember getting there and like going outside, and I'm just like, because we got out of the city, I went to this town. It's called Welder, and it's like 2 hours outside of Austin. Okay. And man, I was like, man, I can do a 360, and I don't see nothing but straight, right? No mountain, no hill, no nothing. Dirt. Dirt. Yeah, there's a lot of like tall grass and
flower everywhere.
Yeah, or just flying in, right? Like looking out of the airplane. I'm just like, the fuck is that? I was like, man, they got a lot of dirt roads around here. And dude that was sitting next to me, he's from there. He's just like, those are just our roads. Like what? Holy shit! You're driving through like oil fields, Yeah, it's just like, he's like, no, those are just roads. I'm like, what?
No. That's
damn.
Great.
Yeah. Oh shit. All right. Well, that was our social and geographical hour of the podcast.
That was great.
Hope you guys learned something. Yeah, back to the
geographical hour. I love it.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to having all you guys on too. I keep looking over, right? Because I have the Spoken Prophets album pulled up, and I'm going down the list of the names, and I'm just like, oh, I want to talk about that. When we talked about it was, what was it called? Say It With Your Chest. That was the one with Mario Barr.
Yeah.
And you did the freestyle or the rap on it.
Yes.
Yeah. What was the? Oh, No Shame in My Game. That was the first song that popped up when I looked you guys up, and I was like, this is fucking dope. This hook is dope. Just the voice and the, yeah, it was cool. I was hooked in.
Sings on that.
Okay. And
then me and Jay Cell rap, but my son also raps too, but he does a lot of our singing hooks, a lot of that. Nice. We had a good time making that.
That's good to have that in your group. You got a vocalist and a couple rappers, and it's like do or die.
Yep. We do. And then I harmonize really well with him because he's my child.
Yeah, there you go.
So we sound the same on the phone. My daughter can't tell if it's me or him sometimes on the phone.
Nice. Play tricks on her.
I pointed over there. I don't know why.
Over there somewhere. You guys know where it's at. It's over there. I was going to ask you about merch. You guys, Big Shrek. Get a hold.
They're going to talk to Big Shrek about that, yeah.
Okay.
We're working on it, guys. We're working on it.
Yeah.
If you had some ideas, you were telling me about some ideas.
Yeah, so we use a website, Creator Springs, but mostly we use is threadless.com. So like if you go to diamondsharprecords.threadless.com, right? You can buy all our Mikey Fresh merch or Diamond Sharp Records merch, Toxic Leaf, Imperfect, all our guys, Cutlass.
Yeah.
So instead of like having to have a bunch of stuff all made and you're hanging on to it, right? It's just made to order. So we just send in our designs and then they keep it on hand. And then when people buy shirts online, they just order it, they ship them there. And then you just split the profit between the Threadless company, and then they put your money in your account, and they pay out pretty decent. But it's a real easy way if you're trying to get in.
Toxic Leaf, he's on your label.
Toxic Leaf?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, Big T and Hitman.
Okay, I met them a couple times, but Big T, yeah. Okay, now the names are coming to me.
Okay.
So I met them in Auburn, kind of Federal Way, and they were like leaving, but we just really got some great conversation, and it was a hot day. That's a great conversation. I don't know if he had another show he was going to or something, or going to work or something, but he had to leave like right after his performance, and it was like a stand at the car.
Oh, yeah.
Long time. Great conversation on the way out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good time.
Yeah, they're good people. Yeah, he probably, I don't know what he had going on that day, but they get pretty busy. Because usually, that's one thing, too, and he's usually a pretty big stickler for it. And that he kind of, Big T, and Big T talks about mainly. He's just like, man, because we talk about, trying to support each other and whatnot as artists, right? And he's like, dude, come to the show, bring your people, and stay, right?
Yeah.
Keep your people there for the next person, the next artist. Try to stay for the whole show. Yeah.
It was or maybe it was something to do with his wife.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, for sure.
It was something he had to go though, but we still got that good conversation and like walk to the car together type shit.
Yeah.
And, fuck yeah, you fucking do this? Oh yeah, I do that. But yeah, that was an all day event too.
Yeah. And that's pretty rare that he probably definitely had something to do it, because usually he's likes to stick around.
Yeah.
And watch everybody and show love and support for everybody.
I didn't miss his shit. He didn't miss ours, I don't think.
Yeah, no, they're good people.
Yeah.
They work hard trying to push music and help other artists too. Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. You fuck with them.
So do you do beats and stuff too? Are you part of the production much?
No, I have friends a lot of producer friends. Yeah.
Okay.
I made a beat a few years ago, and it was terrible. But I can push record. I can, clip and put shit where it needs to go. But I don't want to do that no more.
Yeah.
I listen to enough people rap where it's my turn now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel, I earned that. I recorded 180 songs in one summer.
Oh wow! Holy shit, that's grinding.
Yeah, and so that's a lot of work, and it was in my kitchen. So I'm raising kids.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Cooking and cleaning for these guys. Push and record. Sometimes 3-4 days at a time. Somebody comes in, stays the weekend with us. We're gonna push record all night, all day. You know what I'm saying? We gotta turn all the fans off, tell all the kids to shut up,
Mm-hmm.
Doors, you know, to make sure nobody moves or talks. You know, it was a lot, you know.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna be just a little bit more selfish and try to tap in more to the artist part. But like I said, later on, I would love to toy around with that a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But I love shopping beats more. And I'm in a Discord community with 15,000 producers.
Nice.
So my next album will be totally different than this album.
Yeah, that's cool. And just because you're a rapper, you don't have to be a producer too, right? And the other way around.
Yeah.
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 Some people.
I was into it. I just making the beats. I never could do it. What the one I did was absolutely terrible. My son made a pretty cool one, but mine was no.
Yeah. It's definitely a learned skill.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody that just jumped on and made a hit. right.
That's true. Maybe I should have played it a little more.
Yeah. But no, I'm with you. Like, see, I'm on the other side. Like, I write and rap and stuff, right? But I'd much rather just be in the studio making beats and recording people and
I have a good friend named Lloyd who that's all he does.
Running the
all the
boards.
He loves it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. And if you have a good artist, it's, you know, and you can work good together too, man, it just makes it that much better.
Makes it easier, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Something, yeah, I get that.
Oh yeah, that's what I was. How about what's in your playlist right now? Sometimes I like to ask my guests, what do you got in your playlist? Anything?
Oh, I'm gonna pull it up. Since we're asking.
Uh-huh.
I have this girl singer, her name is Bella, and I have her song Evil Eye. That's a good one. I have Lucky Day, J. Cole. Sports, do you know that group from Seattle? It's called Sports. They're really cool.
I'll look them up.
And Mama D.
Definitely. Got some spoken prophets for sure, huh? Mama D.
For sure. Yeah, I like Tory Lanez. I like Savage the Kid. I like Priest Masterson from here. Yeah, a little. I don't know. Giveon, the singer. Sorry, I'm looking at my list.
No, it's all good. I know, now I'm looking at mine and I'm like, yeah, like me, well, obviously this week now it's been Mama D,
Hey.
you know, Henny Z for local stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Something, local artist that's still having my rotation is Conclusion.
Yeah, T.O.P.
T.O.P. Yeah. I met him a while back.
I like Dead J locally.
Which one?
Dead J.
Ed J?
Dead.
Oh, Dead J. Oh, okay.
He's from Bremerton, I think.
Gotcha.
I like the Peace Tribe, A Tribe for Peace.
Tribe for Peace, yeah, those guys, yeah.
I fuck with them hard.
Yeah, I had Jackson Gator and Queen Chosen on my podcast a couple shows ago.
Chosen.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
She is. She's cool. They're good people, man. I'd like to do some more with them. I need to get back down to Seattle and start meeting all you guys. That's my next quest, right?
Yeah.
Meet all you guys in person.
Let's go.
Yeah, BJG. I worked with him.
I love him.
Big J. Yeah, him and Nate. I told you we did that show. Well, you guys were at that show at Tony V's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Him and I. We have a song we did together.
Oh,
gosh, that's going on a couple years ago now. Yeah. It's called Northwest Boss. Yeah. Yeah, good people. Everybody I met, man, so far have been really cool and good people.
Good,
and
good.
I had BJG. He was my second guest on the podcast. When it was super raw, I didn't have any clue what I was doing. I'm like, all right, bro, it's you and me, James. I guess we're going to wing it. I'm just hitting record. Yeah. It's kind of how I still do it.
Yeah, it shouldn't be like all, get a good conversation out of it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I think that's what, I told you. It's like, I just like to have a good conversation and see where it goes, really. I got a couple questions that I'll write down just to kind of maybe get it going, or a topic or whatever, but ultimately I just want to...
My first show we did in Tacoma at, as Spoken Prophets, the first thing that we did in Tacoma, because we're up north also. We're like every area, was September 14th, not last year, but the year before. And it was Peace Fest.
Okay.
A Tribe for Peace. Okay.
Nice.
And it was like on 26th Street by the Tacoma Dome, like some sketchy ass shit. My son was like telling his girlfriend, "Look, this is where we're going. The parts that's not even on a map." Going to do the thing. And it was just so cool. They received us well. We try to be, a pretty cool group. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Different kind of music to listen to than even my music. Our music is different than just my music, right? And we were received really well. We had a nice time or whatever. We were driving back, and my mom passed away on my drive home.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah.
Meeting them, and it was one of the hardest things I've ever been through in my whole life. But and Shrek was with me, and J-Cell was with me, and I got through that. But my point in bringing that up is that that was my first time really as a group going out there with them. Tacoma is one of my core memories of somewhere I lived when I was in my youth,
Okay.
And but going back and having them even reach out that, because it happened and then they reached out. They didn't even know me or my son, you know what I'm saying? But they handled it with such grace and made me feel so good that we came back for the next Peace Fest. We were supposed to be there like in 2 weeks. We didn't go back in that 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. But the next one we went, you know what I'm saying? And so we built something out that Chosen has shared a lot of things with me in her life. You can't just share with just anybody, you know what I'm saying? And know that they're going to hold it for you. And because people want to hurt people, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm really happy that they were part of your podcast as well.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Keep reaching out to some cool people,
Mm-hmm. Approachable, yeah. Like you said that earlier that you're approachable and stuff. I think it's not hard to be cool with people, just be approachable, have a good attitude, and be respectful with people. And if we can do that, man.
Even if you think you're better and in the best in your head, that doesn't mean you got to treat everybody else like that.
Right. Absolutely.
I think I'm one of the best on the stage. I'm going to always think that. I'm going to always go, you're really good. You're really good. When I get up there, I'm going to kill that shit.
Right. There's nothing wrong with having confidence in yourself.
But I don't treat nobody like that. You don't treat nobody like that.
Yeah.
Show some interest in what other people do. People will catch on to that shit if you do act like that.
For real. Absolutely. I believe it. Yeah.
I never act like I'm better than anybody else, even if I think I am. Even if I'm like, what? That clown can't do nothing. Say, okay, well, they can't do nothing. Let them do their nothing. And then I'm going to get up there and do my best, you know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean I'm not going to treat them with respect or stand with them in the smoking area and not stand with them because they're, however I want to feel. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't do that. You'll never get anywhere.
And you see it happen too when artists will blow up and they'll be popular, and then especially social media, right? Something will come out and they look like a dick, right? And people are like, "Fuck this guy!" Next thing you know, half their fan base is gone, just because you're disrespectful, especially to your fans, right? And man, I think like guys like Post Malone, right? Super cool guy with his fans. Like, I've never heard anything bad about that guy. And
giving his shoes off his feet.
Mm-hmm. And
seen it.
And not, in no disrespect to Post Malone, right? I mean, I'll say his music's not necessarily for me, right?
That's understandable,
Yeah. But as a person and an artist, man, ton of respect for the guy and the way he carries himself and treats the people that, it's that humility factor. The guy.
Right. I watched Adele do my mom loved Adele, but I watched her do an interview once, and then she was like saying that she wasn't comfortable with the fame or whatever it was,
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, come on, dude, you know what you signed up for, you know what I'm saying? I was almost insulted, like, you knew with that voice what you was doing,
Mm-hmm.
And say, oh, I didn't want all the attention.
Right.
Then why weren't you a barista or like a physician then? Like,
yeah.
I don't understand that. So yeah, like I'll always stand in line if my friend's gonna come to my show. I will stand in line with them while they get their ticket for my show, no matter where it is or how big I did get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll always be the one to stand in line, always with my friends.
Yeah, man, that's part of why I'm doing what I do with this podcast and stuff, because I want to remember where I come from. I always say, like, especially with Diamond Sharp Records, right, and our crew, like, bro, if one of us can blow up, we're all gonna, because we don't want to be just selfish. We're pretty selfless when it comes to everybody, and we want not just us, but everybody in the Northwest to be noticed. The Pacific Northwest, especially the Washington. For me, I'm like, especially Washington, right? It's where I'm from. It's home. Mm-hmm. And I want homegrown people to get heard and seen, especially because there's so much talent out here.
There is.
And the rest of the country just thinks we're fucking live in space somewhere. Mm-hmm. Right? and so, hopefully this thing catches on and we get to be heard. It's just another... Yeah. Just makes us a little bit more louder, right? So people might notice.
That's right.
But, I was thinking about the, people that are loved in it, but they're kind of shitty. I was thinking about, like, Ellen DeGeneres, right? With her, right? People loved her, man. And all of a sudden that stuff come out about how she treats her employees like shit and stuff. And she's just not really a nice person. And, man, once all that stuff came out, she just... crashed.
It was shocking.
Yeah.
It was shocking.
Mm-hmm.
And so that tells people right there how you need to treat them the same as I would with this camera on is the same as I should be with this camera off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The difference was I wanted to dab.
Yeah. Yeah. And the point is like that you're going to be found out eventually.
The truth will.
We can only lie for so long.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
Like karma coming back around. Usually too, it's like right when you're really peaking at the top is when you really get hit.
That's right. So get it all out there now. That's another reason why I like to write deep stuff, and so anything in it, like I said, you can use it against me. I already know it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna be the first one to say it, so you can't go, oh, she whatever. And I'm like, yep, well, and
guess what? My fans do too. That's why they respect me. So I'm willing to tell it, Yeah.
Yes.
For sure. That's awesome. Is there anything else anything else you can think of? Or should we save some of this for the Spoken Prophets? Yeah.
Let's do it.
Nice.
We have a show in June. We have a couple shows in June. We have one on the 2nd and one on the 20th. The 20th is Tony V's Garage.
Okay, nice. Mm-hmm. Tony V's, that's a cool place. I like Tony V's.
Yeah, I like that place.
Yeah, sounds good.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate you coming on and taking the time.
Yes, sir.
And I look forward to seeing you again here in a couple weeks.
Okay, yeah, just let me
Spoken
know.
Prophets.
Get the guys together.
For sure. I think I got a couple. I know I got one for sure interview lined up here in like a week. I've been trying to do I'm trying to do this thing like a weekly thing or bi-weekly at least, like, you know. It's hit or miss sometimes, but the more I've been doing it and putting it out there, I got a lot more people reaching out to me now. I used to be like, come on, does somebody come in, right? So that's cool, man. And I appreciate everybody who has reached out to me. I just want to say that right now too, to come onto my podcast. It's greatly appreciated, and I'm very grateful, right? I just think it's so cool every time I get a message on Instagram or on Facebook now, and people are like, hey man, can we get on your show? You know, like, wow. And again, we're growing together, man, and I couldn't do it without everybody else.
Right.
Nobody wants to just see me sit here and be me.
Some people do.
You guys are the stars. You guys are the stars of this show, not me. But yeah, thank you again for being on. Mama D, everybody. Check her out on Spotify, all the social media, all the music platforms.
All the platforms. I'm on all platforms.
There you go.
Bank City Records, Mama D, MAMAD, Queen Green. Instagram is mamamama.d.420.
There you go. She did better than I did. You're going to take over my show, aren't you?
No, but I'm always available. Call me.
Awesome. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye, everybody.